With the introduction of Genshin Impact 2.6 and the Chasm, we got two brand new artifact sets, one of them being seemingly tailor-made for Xiao. However, when we go to build characters, we often hear the expression that your subsets matter far more than your artifact set bonus, but we often don't get to see the degree into which that is true. So today, since Xiao is one of my highly invested characters that has a really solid split set that has some strong substats, we're going to be comparing that strong substat split set to the Vermilion Hereafter that just has some alright rolls, and showing you the difference between those so you guys have an idea in your head as to when it may or may not be valuable for you to start using the brand new set. And I figured this would be a little bit more valuable for a lot of Xiao players because, well, we've had Xiao since 1.3 and it's 2.6 and we're just getting an artifact set that seems to make sense on him. So I think this is going to be a good one for a lot of you. First of all, what is the Vermilion Hereafter? Well, the Vermilion Hereafter is a 4-piece artifact set that we got, and its 2-piece gives us 18% attack, which is fantastic. That's what Xiao loves. He loves just having attack, and previously a lot of people just ran double 18% attack 2-piece set bonuses on him, so this is already contributing to that. But the 4-piece is where it really goes into his kit here, and basically it's whenever the character uses an elemental burst, they get an effect that gives them an 8% increase in their attack for 16 whole seconds, and then when the character's HP decreases, their attack will increase further by 10%, meaning you are going to get to that 18% again after you cast your burst on Xiao, because he's going to be depleting his own HP, meaning you're basically getting the same set bonus as a 2-piece 18% and a 2-piece 18%, but it doesn't stop there because this can happen to a maximum of 4 times, meaning that he can get plenty more attack percent than he'd normally get on his artifact set piece. So this is the set, and I managed to snag a bunch of the main stat pieces for my Xiao. However, the substats aren't really all that amazing. I did get one that's pretty solid here with a good 1-to-2 crit ratio on the flower, but the rest are just pretty decent. I got lucky on some crit rate rolls, but for the most part, this isn't really anything too nuts, and this is very doable, and I haven't spent a ton of resin. I managed to get this lucky getting this, so I feel like this is a very reasonable representation of what you could expect to get this artifact after a bunch of farming. So yeah, this set is going to be the best in slot for Xiao. It just gives him a bunch of attack, and that's basically what he wanted in the first place, so this is going to be phenomenal for him. And later down the line, when you can get some phenomenal substats for it, this is definitely going to be the best artifact option for Xiao. But how does it compare to something with some really good substats? As I said previously, we were typically running like a 2-piece gladiator and a 2-piece Shiminawa to just get as much attack percentage as possible, along with our really strong substats. So I'm going to be comparing my strong substat split set to this one, showing off the stats, the differences between them, and showing off the damage differences, and I think you'll be surprised to see the results. So first off, we'll show off the Vermilion Hereafter. Here's all the artifacts I will be using for the Vermilion Hereafter showcase. Nothing too insane. As I said, we did get lucky with some crit rate rolls, and it made our substats pretty decent, and it's decent enough, but they're not like very good like my other pieces here. It puts us at 1800 attack. We're using something like the Black Cliff pole. I don't have a 5-star polearm, unfortunately, but this is probably one of the better 4-stars you can use for him, and this puts him at 1800 attack with 63 crit rate, 181 crit damage, 137 energy recharge, and 46.6 animo damage bonus. All very solid stats. This isn't bad. This is a solid stat split. However, when you compare it to my other set, it is definitely not as good, at least in terms of the stats. So let's check that out. As I said previously, a lot of people are using like a 2-piece gladiator and a 2-piece Shiminawas, and that's my best DPS Xiao. So we'll go ahead and show the stats on all of these so you guys have an idea what they look like. I got some high attack percentage rolls, some good crit rate, crit damage, a little bit of elemental mastery, which is pretty nice on Xiao, some energy recharge. This is just an all-around solid set for my Xiao. There are some pieces that could be better, like my damage bonus goblet really isn't that amazing, but it's good enough, and this brings him to some pretty strong stat lines, namely the fact that he has 4 400 more attack already, and then on top of that he has 67% crit rate with 212 crit damage, and only a little bit less energy recharge in the same animo damage bonus. So not only do we have about 30% more crit damage, we have about 400 more attack for him there. So we're going to be showing the differences between the Vermilion Hereafter and this, and just seeing how big that damage difference is to show you guys when it's going to be kind of worth it to start replacing your Xiao artifacts, or really any other character in the future's artifacts, or whenever they actually get their artifact set. Also, I forgot to mention my Xiao's at 10, 9, and 9 here on the talent levels. I don't have him triple crowned, you know, one day whenever I get enough materials, but yeah, we got him here at these talent levels for the video. First off, we'll go over the Vermilion Hereafter set, and I do want to show it with its bonus going. So when we cast it, it does give us a little bit more of that attack on the initial cast. As we actually lose some HP with Xiao, let it build up here. Make sure it actually gets its full bonus here, and that puts us to 2257, putting us about on the same level as our split set artifacts. And just so you can see, yeah, we're not getting any more, we're at the cap already. So yeah, we're about getting the same amount we have on our split set, because the split set does have the front loaded attack percent, and then we also have some really high attack percent substats on one of the pieces there that are really contributing and allowing us to get pretty much the same as we get from this actual artifact set bonus. So there's that as well, and let's go ahead and actually showcase its damage too. All right, and now to test the split set here, we'll go ahead and show off its damage. Go ahead and get that shield down. E skill dealing about 19k, high plunge dealing about 30k to start, and 22 on the E skill there, and 31 there. So yeah, it definitely deals more damage. It isn't a huge amount more damage, it is definitely more though, and hopefully that's a good representation of the differences you can kind of expect. Do keep in mind that we basically have the bonus from the artifact set already front loaded from the Shimenawa's Reminiscence and the Gladiator's Finale, and just having really good subsets. So if you've got really good subsets like this, you're gonna be set for a while, and it is going to take you a bit to go ahead and farm out this 4-piece Vermilion Hereafter. This is definitely going to be a good set on Xiao, and definitely going to be his best in slot, but it is going to take some really substantial farming of getting some really good artifacts. But hopefully that gave you an idea of what to expect from the Vermilion Hereafter, how good it is, and if you don't already have good Xiao artifacts, then go ahead and go for the Vermilion Hereafter, as it's a really solid artifact set, and the amount of attack percent you get from it is really, really strong. You can see that even though we didn't have nearly as strong of crit damage or crit rate substats on our artifacts, so we still weren't that far behind the split set there. So it's a really solid set, and the set bonus definitely does help him out a ton. So hopefully that helps you gauge that for your characters. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Do you think the Vermilion Hereafter is even worth farming, or are you going to be sticking with your split set artifacts? I would like to know your thoughts in the comment section below. But other than that, hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. My name's Blossoms, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.